Hello and welcome to another Super Science video at the Massanutten Regional Library. I'm Miss Stephanie, one of the children's librarians, and today I'm going to be sharing a few experiments about the weather. And while we can't really recreate a storm or a blizzard here in the library, we can still do a few activities which shows the science about how weather works. And the two things we're going to do today is we're going to make a rain cloud in a jar, and then we're going to make a tornado in a bottle. So before each experiment, I'll have a list of the materials that you're going to need, which you can probably find around your home. So let's get started. Alright, so let's get our jar out in front of us, like right here. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pour some water into it. And you want to fill it so it's a little over halfway, like maybe at 3/4 of the way. So I just need a little bit more water, so let me go get some. I will pour just a little bit more in because we need some room for our shaving cream cloud. Alright, so we've got that. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to take our shaving cream and we're going to make a cloud on top of the water. So let me... Alright, so we'll make a nice big cloud. Now, clouds in real life have a lot of moisture, like a lot of moisture comes together and the water drops come really close to create the cloud. And what happens is, but if there's too much water, then what can happen is that it will come down as rain. So what we're going to do is we're going to use food coloring because it'll be a little easier to see to make the rain. So what I'm going to do now is I have my water here. I'm going to put a few drops of food coloring in it. There we go. And then I'm going to stir it just to get the color nice and bright. And then I'm going to take a little dropper and I'm going to put some of the food coloring water in here. And now watch, I'm going to put a few drops in. It may take a few minutes, but it's going to sink through like a cloud because the cloud gets too heavy and we'll see some rain. So I'm going to put a few drops in. Get some more water because we want to make it nice and heavy. Alright, so it's going to absorb it. And hopefully we'll start seeing the rain soon. Oh, look, see in the bottom? Alright, let's see if we can get it mixed up so it goes further down. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, so we see the blue. You can see the blue at the bottom. And let's make it go down further so we can see it. Yes, it's like a little bursts. Because it's too much for the shaving cream. So here it comes. Alright. You can just add as much as you want. Just make sure it seeps through all the way. And I'm just making some more drops so you guys can see it a little better. There we go. Now, another fun thing you can do is we talked about colors in our last video. So I thought it might be fun to see how two primary colors mix together to make a secondary color. So I'm going to get my water back out. And I'm going to put some red in this time. I know some of you guys know what, if you mix red and blue together, what you get, but let's find out what happens. Alright, so I got my red now, and we can see the blue drifting down. So now I'm going to add some red to our storm cloud. Alright, it's mixing. Oh, see the red? Now, let's see if the colors mix together to create a new one. It may take a little while. So... oh, I think I saw some at the bottom of the cloud. We can see our red. Oh, see, they're mixing together now. They're creating a nice dark purple. You guys can see it mixing together. It's pretty cool. And then, so you guys can have fun experimenting. I'll move aside so you can see a little better. And then just experiment on making your own rain cloud. And you can use whatever colors you want and just watch it drift down. It's pretty relaxing, actually. So that is our rain cloud in a jar. Alright guys, like as you can see, I now have my 2-liter bottles, and I'm going to fill one of them with water, and I highly recommend you get a funnel for this because it can get a little messy and we need a lot of water for this experiment. So we're going to fill this one up, and we're going to fill it about 3/4 of the way full. Okay, we're getting there. Keep filling it up. A little more. There we go. Perfect. So let's set that funnel aside and the water aside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a squirt of dish soap, and that when we swirl it around, the bubbles will help us see the tornado better. And also, let me go grab some food coloring, so that's another way we can see it as well. So I forgot I left my food coloring off the camera. So here we go. We're going to get some blue food coloring. And I'm going to put a couple drops in the bottle. So when we swirl it, we can see the tornado better because it will be blue. Alright, so let's close that. I got some food coloring on my hand, so let me wipe that off of a napkin real quick. Alright, now, the next step is super important. We are going to tape this bottle to this one. And we need a lot of duct tape because we don't want, when we turn it over and let our tornado whirl, we don't want to have the problem of our bottles leaking, because that wouldn't be very much fun, would it? So let me get some duct tape, and we're going to tape these together very carefully and very tightly. See, gotta be careful, because if you're not, you can knock off your bottle like I did. So let's see. Let me hold it steady, and then we're going to put the first piece of duct tape on. And I'm going to put several pieces on just to make sure that it's leak proof. Let me put some more on. Some right here. And I'm going to put one more piece on, just to be sure. Alright, just getting our last piece of duct tape on. Alright. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over, and we're going to see a tornado. And I'm probably going to end up moving the camera some so we can see it better. So, ready? 1, 2, 3, and go! Alright, so swirl it. Alright, and you can see the top. We have a vortex, but you can't see it really well. So let me move the camera around, so when I do it again, you guys will get a better shot. Hold on 1 second. Alright. Alright, so let's aim it right at the bottle. And ready? Let me move it around a little bit. Okay. Okay, so are we ready? 1, 2, 3. And you guys can see the vortex in there, like a real tornado. You see it? Alright, you might have to swirl it around a little bit like this to get a better vortex. But the best thing is, especially if you have made it very secure, you can do this as much as you want to create your very own tornado in a bottle. Alright, that was a lot of fun making those rain clouds and that tornado in the bottle. And before I go, I just wanted to share a few books that I found that were kind of related to weather. There's a great series called I Survived, and it is by Lauren Tarshis. And it takes like a different event and it just talks about how a kid managed to survive it. And the first one that I thought was very appropriate because we made our tornado was the Joplin tornadoes, which took place in 2011. And a couple more books in the series are Hurricane Katrina in 2005, and that would be a good one, like with Rainclouds. And then another book is called The Children's Blizzard of 1888. And there is a lot more fun books in this series about the Hindenburg, the Titanic, and all sorts of other events that took place recently and a long time ago. So just check out our website and our catalog if you want to put a hold on one of these books. Thank you so much for joining us this month for Super Science. I look forward to sharing another fun experiment with you next month. Bye!